All right, everybody, what's going on? It's been a while since I've done a video. I'm sorry for my audio. Currently kind of going through a little bit of a shift up process in my home, so I don't have my computers all set up the way I kind of want it to be, so you're gonna have to deal with this weird microphone on my headset that's kind of janky. So I apologize for that, but I just wanted to hop on here for a moment today and talk about our current KvK. It's got to be an interesting one with Path 7 opening soon. There was a lot of drama headed into this KvK because the fire and wind camps, they kind of wanted to have an easy, free KvK. The king even said it himself of 1855. They wanted a KvK that was going to be a KvK they didn't need to spend money, that they didn't need to drain their accounts, they barely needed to fight, but they still wanted to win. So what did they do? They basically trashed Diplo right out the gate. They knew that we had a campmate in 2707 that has recently gone through some shit. Just to talk about that real quick, they've been excellent so far, so I think that Wind and Fire should be extra nervous that what we have coming to them is not what they're going to be expecting, because 07 is exceeding expectations greatly. Little background story, I'm sure many of you know it, but 07 very recently, as little as 5 months ago, lost their top 3 alliances to a rogue player that came in and somehow got R5 in their top 3 alliances and deleted them. So that led to a mass exodus. This was only 4 or 5 months ago. Half their kingdom or more left. They managed to recruit some. They're mostly Vietnamese, but so far they've been absolutely great to work with. They're really nice people, and they want to help, and they want to renew their image. So that being said, we're kind of taking the lead this KvK as the smaller of the two camps, or smaller of the two kingdoms. We have a lot more experience than them in leadership wise. They're all brand new to leading. We've been doing it now for a long time, for years now. And most of them have never led before in a KvK, so we're kind of just taking the lead, and they're doing everything like we asked them to. They're executing. It's really great. That being said, Wind and Fire are buddies. They were friends before this KvK. Before we even got into the Diplo chat, they knew that they were allied together, despite whatever it looked like on paper, because they knew they thought it would be an easier KvK, right? You look at, I don't know if you can even read this, and I apologize if you can't, but this is basically 48 hours after we agreed on the terms of the KvK to make it as fair as possible for everybody against, once again, matchmaking in Lilith's little tiny brain sucks. And we totally, got the short end of the stick here. We are the smallest camp in power, probably smallest camp in KP. Granted, we are the youngest camp by far. So, we're obviously first to be underestimated, which is great for us. That's pretty much the story of our lives, right? But, here you have, we had everything set in stone. 48 hours later, this 2182's king, his name is King. Oh yeah, very, very, sorry. Yes, yeah. Very original King. He comes into the Diplo chat out of nowhere. 1020's King Pyro, or whomever it is, their Diplo or whatever, leaves the channel. They're the only person from 1020 who is also up in the fire camp with 2182. Leaves the channel. This guy just, like, literally just farts in text saying, we're fucking pussies. We're not going to do what was agreed upon to ensure that everyone had fair fights all the way to Kingsland. And we're going to do whatever the fuck we want to do because we want an easy and free KvK. So, good job, 2182. And then great job to 1855 and 1020 and 2199 for backing them up. After we all agreed on something else, 2182 was like, actually, this is going to be too hard if we do it like this. So let's make this as easy as possible for ourselves. But I digress. Here we are. We have a lot to look forward to with Pass 7 opening. We're going to get gangbangs because that's exactly what they wanted to do and what we tried to stop in early Diplo. We knew that both Fire and Wind weren't going to break up their prearranged alliance. Obviously there was better ways to do the camp alliances. We're happy to have Earth. They're fucking awesome. They've been great so far as well. They've been great allies, and we're really happy to be working with them on this one because we have a united mission of destroying these two camps. Wind is super fucking cocky. They came into Zone 5 like with their hands in their pockets thinking that they were just going to get it, and they ended up not even getting Mehmed. We got to Mehmed literally like 6 flags before them and then walled it off for 2 days. And then we decided it wasn't worth that fight because they were going to get it eventually anyways. We couldn't focus that. They have more power than us. They have more farms than us because their kingdom is 2.5 years older than ours. We got to play some of these situations smarter because of the size of our kingdom. We're always in this position, at least we're good at it at this point. We know exactly what needs to happen, but Jesus Christ, the level of toxicity that has come from them, because, I'll be honest, I'll be the first to say it. We talked a little bit of trash after Zone 5 happened because of everything that happened with Diplo and all that shit. We were just in shock that they fucked up Zone 5 as badly as they did. In shock. We got first cap on the Sanctuary. Granted, they've now taken all that back because, again, we pulled out. We just don't have the power to stick around and fight for nothing. We got every objective we wanted. We got all of our best players got Mehmed maxed. All of our best players got Minamoto maxed. We got the first occupancy on this guy here. It's whatever. The other Zone 5, we didn't even go into it. We didn't even look at it. Jesus, what am I doing? The other Zone 5 has literally two of the worst bastions in the game. It's all this city defense shit. Actually, the Richard's okay if you're running Zenobia, but there's other shit I'd rather be running instead of Richard. But that's neither here nor there. It's not really that important. I'll just say all the bastions in this entire KvK fucking suck, except for maybe Alex. It's been an interesting KvK for bastions. Mehmed's really good too, but 1855 could have stopped us from getting Mehmed, and they chose not to. Because, I don't know, they were asleep. They thought that this was going to be easy, and now we've pissed them off, and now I've heard them saying that they're all going all in now, and they're upset about it. So, that's all I want to do is upset you. That's all I want to do. And we've done it every single fucking KvK we've played in, because we're always underestimated, and we always end up winning. Because these kingdoms like 1855 just think that they're fucking God's gift to the world. Yep, I said it. So, Pass 7 is just a few days away. It's on Tuesday. You can see everybody's getting all blanketed up. Everybody's done a really good job blanketing as much as they possibly can. We got a few more spots to cover up, and we will. And then, you know, we're going to get butt fucked by both wind and fire. And we're kind of looking forward to it. Because we know we have great garrisons. We've already seen 1855's rallies, and they're very poor. They're very poor. Do I have any? I didn't favorite anything. I really fucked up. Anyways, most of the garrisons that I was in, that I was leading as garrison leader, were trading 2-1, 3-1 we were filling with farms for almost 36 hours. They were swarming and losing their swarm in Zone 5. I think they're super pissed, and they are coming for blood in Pass 7 because we literally embarrassed them. 2199 was rallying with like Nevsky Zhuge. Like, where are we? What fucking world are we in? I was so surprised by what happened there. And of course they think they won Zone 5, and that's fine. I mean, they did. You know, they did technically win it because they own it. But for us to get to Mehmed 5 flags before you, and you guys just completely fucking drop the ball. Fucking terrible. Terrible. But now we know your uptime is super strong and your downtime is terrible. I mean, I know that's going to change when Pass 7 opens. You know, everybody's going to be here for the long haul if you're a legitimate fighting kingdom, which I know Fire Camp is not. You know, they're just a cute little social kingdom that wants to win easy KvKs. And they're not going to get that this time. They lost their last KvK to us, and they pretended like they didn't even remember us in Diplo, because they don't remember any kingdoms older than 1100, because all those kingdoms are just babies compared to them. Those are like the exact words of them. But yeah, sorry, I'm a little sick. I'm a little congested and shit. So I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of this coming KvK. You know, it's going to be fun. This Pass 7 and Heroic Anthem is always a good time. You know, the little bit of time between Pass 7 and Kingsland is always really great. Garrisons and the rallies are going to be phenomenal. You know, we're gonna get torched, and I can't wait. You know, there's no way we can hold against these two camps here. All we have going for us is that fire is fucking awful. 1855 is scary and angry, but we know how to beat them now. And we know we can beat them. So. But yeah, an Earth Camp is going to roll whoever they fight. It doesn't matter who they fight. They have 2 alliances the size of my kingdom with pretty decent KP. I mean, they're not like a obvious normal Imperium style kingdom, but they know how to fight and they know strategy, and they embarrassed Fire Camp in that Zone 5. They then turned, after beating Fire Camp, and embarrassed Wind in the Southern Zone 5. They won both of their Zone 5s with ease. I mean, granted, again, this Zone 5 is just trash bastion, so I wouldn't be surprised if 1855 just didn't care. And then they beat 1855 in Altars, trashed them. We lost in Altar. I think it was because we were just outnumbered by the sheer size of these 2 kingdoms compared to us. You know, when your kingdom is literally 17 billion power more than the kingdom that you're fighting, there is just an innate advantage there. You know, I hate talking about power because I think it's a very deceiving part of the strength of your kingdom. Like, you know, there's kingdoms that are 13 billion power that would kick the shit out of us. But that's because they're fighting kingdoms and they're staying lean. Like these kingdoms like 1020 and 2182 have probably never kicked a dead weight from their kingdom in their entire existence. So, you know, we have just two super bloated kingdoms that, again, just kind of wanted an easy KvK, and they're not getting that. And we're pretty confident that Fire's going to give up and Wind's going to eventually give up too, because they have no idea what the fuck they're getting into. No idea. We just skipped altars today because we have a fixed MGE in KvK. Yeah, that's right. It's always funny. We never do that, but we said fuck it. Altar fights are stupid. They're both 1855 and Fire Camp are talking trash now because we skipped both altars. We don't give a fuck about your honor grind, dude. We're gonna have both altars free to us soon. So, I guess that's how that goes, right? I think that's all I had for you guys today. I'll probably come back and chat after we win everything. Or if we lose too, I'll come back and chat too. I've never had to do that. I've never had to come back and beg for forgiveness, which I won't do anyways. But I will come back and tell you what went wrong, if we did. But I don't foresee that happening. So, good luck to everybody. Have fun. We can't wait to see you out there in a few days. We're ready. Ready checks are out. We've blanketed the whole zone. We got a few more flags building in some stupid nooks and crannies. I'm gonna make this happen. Our migration opens, I don't know, 30 days? 28 days? I forget what it is at this point. Don't think we're going to be accepting too many migrants from this KvK itself, but if you're watching out there and you're interested in coming to 2902, just give us a shout. Any of our R4s can give you a link to our migration Discord and we can start chatting. Cheers, everybody.